Hi, my name is Dan Ellis of EPX Technical Services, and this is our list of 10 new Microsoft Teams features coming for the end of 2022. Coming up first, 7x7 video. If you can't fit enough people on the screen, if you ever had trouble with that in the past, your limit's now 49. 49 people you can fit on the screen at any one time with 7x7 mode. Next, have you ever downloaded a file on Microsoft Teams? You press the download button next to something and it just says downloading. It doesn't tell you where it's put it. Admittedly, it's probably put it in the downloads folder, but it doesn't matter. Now you can customize it. You can save those downloaded files wherever you want. Just go into settings, click on files, and you can change it to a specific custom location. Next, if you have your Microsoft Teams connected up with a phone system of some kind, you can now do screen popping. Screen popping is a function that's been with a lot of phone systems for a long time. Microsoft Teams now allows it. If you go into settings and then calls, you can switch on this function and it can load up a web browser and take you to a specific website based on who's calling. The most obvious example for this is load up your CRM system with your client record when someone calls you. Next, control calls with Bluetooth. Now, for a long time, I've used a little wired connection, which you can just about see in the corner here. It's got a mute button, it's got a pickup button, it's got a volume button. That's a wired connection. It hasn't been a function with Bluetooth. Now it is. If you have a Bluetooth headset, you can now control Teams with it. Teams chats with distribution groups. If you would like to organize a meeting with a large number of people, possibly the sales or the marketing department, now you can add their entire group from your company instead of having to add people individually one at a time. That's now a function from within Teams. Together mode, seat allocation. Not sure how many people use Together mode. We've used it in the past for a little bit of fun. But with larger companies, it also is quite convenient to see everybody in a different kind of environment. But now there's a seat allocation function for it. This is fast becoming quite a useful feature within Microsoft Teams. You can put everybody exactly where you want them, and everyone says, that's your assigned seat, that's your assigned seat. A nice little feature. Yeah, this is about the emptiest you're ever going to see my activity feed. There's an unread button. It will only show unread activities, so you don't have this huge list of previous activities. Just go into the activity section within Teams. It's a little toggle switch now. It says only show unread. Wonderful, finally. Less distracting in-meeting notifications. Any of you have been in a Teams meeting in the past and seen some of the meeting notifications flash up, they can be a little distracting. Now, they'll always come up in the same place on the screen, they'll always come up in a certain order, and they'll have a little X icon next to them as well, just to make your meetings a little smoother. You can delete chats. If you have streams of chats in your in Teams, in the chat dialog, you can get rid of the old ones that you don't use so much. You can just delete them. It doesn't delete the whole conversation for every participant in the chat, but it just cleans up what your user interface looks like. Speaker Coach. This one I found a little soul destroying actually. This is actually our last feature. The Speaker Coach adds in, you can switch it on in the top right of the screen during a Teams call. You press the three little dots and you scroll down and you'll find Speaker Coach. You turn that on, Teams will start listening to how you talk, how you present, and will then give you feedback at the end. And, well, that's my feedback from an earlier marketing meeting that I had. It tells me that I needed to slow down a bit twice, and I needed to stop saying, you know, and I mean all the time, because I do that. So, those are all the 10. Thank you very, very much for your kind attention. If you'd like any more information on any of these, or you want a little bit of a hand of how to make it work, just give us a call. There's the number, there's the website. More than happy to help. Thank you so much.